Dino Crisis 2 is a 2000 action game developed by Capcom about another incident resulting in a jungle and a city being overrun by dinosaurs. This time you play as both Regina and a new character called Dylan as you try to find survivors, make your escape and find a way back home. There's also the mystery to look into of the leather-wearing helmet warriors, who probably have the worst weapons ever invented, seeing as you can just roll out of the way of their bullets. Most of the game is about running around, blasting away at anything with claws and teeth that jumps out at you. It's no longer a survival horror like the first game, but instead it's all about the action. Before you even take control of a character, Regina's killed more dinosaurs in the opening cutscene than she did in the entire original game. Every time the camera shifts to a new angle, 2 or 3 more things leap out at you. There's never a need to worry about health or ammo, as you can buy as much of it as you need from the computers in the save rooms. Thankfully, considering how much shooting you have to do, all of the guns feel great to use, packing a real punch. There's some interesting ones to play around with as well, like Dylan's Solid Shot, which basically fires a ball of energy directly in front of you, which if you run through and spam the fire button, makes you pretty much invincible, as dinosaurs leap at you and kill themselves. The currency that's used in the game to buy things with is called extinction points, which you get by killing. It's less about carefully picking and choosing fights, and instead you're actively encouraged to kill everything you see. It's got a very arcadey feel to things, with you trying to get quick, successive kills to build up a combo, as well as get that all-important no damage bonus. Sometimes it's even worth farming an area to rack up the points to buy everything that the shop has to offer. I find the dinosaurs here more aggressive than ever, but just like in Dino Crisis 1, the game seems to think that they're smarter than they actually are. But they're still as dumb as before. Don't believe a word that this dino file says about "we thought they were just slow and dumb reptiles, but we were wrong."
Hey! That's mine!
So compared to the original, this one's much easier, it doesn't really have any puzzles, and it's lost all of its horror. But that's not to say that it doesn't make some improvements. For starters, there's a much greater variety to the environments, from jungles to caves to an underwater section. There's also a greater attention to detail, with more to see in the backgrounds, like the odd dinosaur walking past. Speaking of which, there's a much needed expansion to the roster of dinosaurs you'll have to go up against, with new ones coming in all shapes and sizes. It even does something more interesting with the time travel element, which the first game didn't really get into.
I'll save you, bro!
Dino Crisis 2 is altogether a different beast. I admit that I do find it a shame that the series so quickly turned away from survival horror, instead immediately heading down the action route, but that's not to say that it isn't fun. Its gameplay is so satisfying that it makes it easy to replay over and over again. And let's face it, blasting a dinosaur out of the air has never felt so good. So until next time, thanks for watching.